What's up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of In Case You Didn't Know. Why is it called In Case You Didn't Know? Because we're going to bring you some information just in case you didn't know. And after you leave here, you will know. Today, I'm here with my guy, Justin Jackson, you know what I'm saying?
What's going on?
So, listen, I'm going to let my man Justin Jackson give you a brief intro about himself. Let y'all a little insight, just a little information just in case you didn't know. What's up with it, bro?
What's going on? Thank you for having me. So a little bit about me. I'm Justin Jackson. I am a YouTuber, comedian, pastor, and actor now. I just got started out in acting, but I've been preaching since the age of 12, licensed at 15. I pastored back in Virginia. Now I moved here where I got into YouTube. I became a YouTuber. I used to drive trucks before I did that.
Okay.
And now I have, since I got into the YouTube game, that came from like our family getting big, well known. Since we have two sets of twins, I got 6 sons altogether.
Man, come on.
So we're very known in the YouTube game. Definitely follow us, subscribe to us, the Jacksons of Atlanta. And now I'm entering into doing the acting and doing the preaching and pastoring and all of that. So, man of many gifts and talents.
Hey, man, listen. I know. You know what I mean? I just wanted to bring you here just in case the people didn't know.
Yep,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's definitely a blessing to have you on the show, bro, because now I feel like, not so much of a felt like I needed to, but you gave me an opportunity, so I want to, you know what I'm saying?
No, you did very well, and with the acting, you killed it.
I appreciate it.
You really
brother.
did.
I appreciate it.
And I think I saw you in the comments, and when I saw you, I don't even think I had came up with an idea yet. I just saw you. Then I put two words. I was writing. I said I got the perfect person for that. Okay. Because I can look at your face. You know.
Right.
That's all it takes. You know. Then long as we click once we meet each other.
Right. But
when I looked at your face, I said he can do this.
Okay, man.
You need some people like that that can look at your face and say you can do this.
Man, I need a lot of people like that to look at me. You know?
Yeah. You do. I mean, I was sharing this story one time of my guidance counselor. She had one day I walked in the office and she was like, hey, I can't remember what happened. Somebody died and all the presidents was going to this one place.
Okay.
And she was like, hey, I was looking for you to be there. And she was basically telling me in a way that where I see your gift and see where God's calling you, I see you on that big level. And sometimes you just need some friends that see you where you don't see yourself.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely, bro. And I think I saw one of your clips on Instagram. You had you told this story more in depth. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? You say I think you was like in high school.
I was in high school.
Yeah.
Yep.
So tell everybody where they can follow you at before I forget. You know what I'm saying?
So you can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Justin M. Jackson _
Big dog.
Justin
you know
M. Jackson _ If not Justin M. Jackson, you can find me under Justin Marcel Jackson.
And that's your oldest son name, right?
That's my second oldest.
Okay.
My second oldest, that's his name. Then my oldest is Justin.
Okay, so he's actually a junior.
Yep.
Got you.
Yep.
So, like, you say you drove trucks before you started to do the YouTube thing. So what made you venture off into YouTube? Like, what was it for you?
So I moved to Atlanta on faith. So I had a church in a place called where I grew up, Lynchburg, Virginia. And God spoke to me. It was the Easter of 2017. And God was like, you're doing the right thing, but you're in the wrong place. And that was hard for me because all the time I grew up, I only wanted to be a pastor. That's the only thing I wanted to be.
Okay.
I've never acted but one time in middle school where I did a play and I was the lead. But it never dawned on me that would be something later in life that I would get into. So when I moved to Atlanta, the pandemic was, it was just COVID, Rona, all of that was just hitting. So why you can't start a church? Because ain't nobody coming. Everybody at home.
Right.
So we had just got pregnant with our second set of twins. So we was like, we better put this on YouTube because this pretty cool. I mean, we got one set and then we got two.
Okay, so let me pause you for a second. So Justin and Marcel are twins.
Justin and Marcel are twins. Then you have Mateo and Milo, which are twins.
Okay.
And so we moved. So at that time, we had moved to Atlanta and we just got on YouTube. Didn't think nothing of it. I didn't know you could make money from YouTube. The city I come from, you only looked on YouTube if you needed to fix something. I didn't know nothing about there was family channels and you can make this money. And when I started figuring it out, I said, oh boy, I need to get into this. But before all of that really took place, I moved to Atlanta on faith, but I needed a job.
Right.
So I decided I had drove school buses in Virginia. So I was like, I got my Class B. It ain't nothing to get your Class A. So I went and got my Class A and drove trucks. And I did phenomenal.
Did you drive for yourself or you drove for a company?
Started out driving for U.S. Express for 6 months. I drove a team.
Okay.
And I did third shift driving. So I was up all night. So I was driving from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m.
Got you.
And then I did that for 6 months. Then I did some local companies in the city so I could be at home after that, getting that 6 months experience. And held on to that job till God told me not to go back.
So, and you were doing that as well as YouTube.
I was doing that in YouTube. So we weren't making a lot of money on you. We would record. We were doing pranks at the time, so we would shoot all of the pranks on Sunday. All of them. And then I would go to work Monday through Friday, drive trucks at night. I run from Amazon, or I would do a route where I went from Atlanta to Nashville and stuff like that. So I was busy driving trucks during the week. And then our YouTube kind of took off. We started doing vlogs, and I think we made our first $5,000 check
on YouTube.
On YouTube, and then also I was getting income tax back too.
Yeah.
So that was the perfect window to leave, because I had
okay,
this about $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 from taxes, and then I'm like, okay, I can make this work because I've always took a little and made something out of it.
Gotcha.
So I was trying to go back to work one day. I never forget, and I could not get to work. I would leave. I left the same time I normally leave. Highway was backed up, staying still. I went another way. I was trying to go through College Park because I lived in Union City at the time.
Right.
Tried to even go through College Park. I couldn't get. By the time I got to the exit for the job, 2 hours late, God spoke to me and said, take that car and go back home. And I ain't worked for nobody else since.
And so how long have you actually been a YouTuber?
So for being a YouTuber 3 years, I left my job. I'm coming up on 3 years.
Okay.
So I'm coming up on 3 years this February.
Gotcha.
Of being full-time entrepreneur.
Bro, that's dope. And like I mentioned to you, because in case y'all didn't know, I met Justin like 2 weeks ago, right? And he gave me an opportunity to be a part of the Jackson family of Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? So I'm in the family now.
Oh yeah, you in the family, and you do good. You doing good too.
I appreciate it,
you
man.
Doing good.
Definitely. But like I went to we shot our skits and we kicked it, you know what I mean? So Justin thought that I was about to leave. He thought I was just in there and I'm out. I'm like, nah, I'm Cadillac and I'm about to, you know what I'm saying, enjoy the vibe or whatever. He was like, all right, cool. Well, stick around. And I stuck around. And then he was, I told him, I was like, man, I really don't do nothing. I work and I go home. Mm-hmm. Justin was like, well, hey, we having a Christmas party tomorrow. I'll send you the information if you want to slide through. And I did.
Mm-hmm. And we appreciate that too.
I get there, and Justin and Shanye was the only people that I knew aside of the people that I met the day before, right? With Cinderella and Candace. Well, I knew Candace, but I didn't know Candace was the person that I met a while ago.
Gotcha.
So, bro, I'm going to just say the long story short, I had so much fun, and I met so many dope people, and in the future, I'll probably have them on the show as well, but I just left with so much inspiration, bro.
Yeah. And that team of people just came out of me just really making the decision. Because I've only been doing skits for like 2 months.
Okay.
So I built that team, and I didn't know anybody. So the first time I met them, we just clicked, and they just became family. And that's been for even you. Like, I find people through comments or somebody they lead me to another person or something like that. So I would say we have a great team for nobody to know each other. Everybody clicks well with each other. Man,
but and that's just, you know what I'm saying, good energy and God, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Because right now we are in a place of opportunity.
Yeah.
And if you have a genuine spirit, then God gonna lead you if you have good intention. You can have a genuine spirit, but if your intentions aren't pure and you not right about going down a path that you want to go down, then it'll be more difficult. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, you're right.
So I'm glad that he led me to you. You know what I mean?
No, I'm glad you clicked where my objective was to get you out because you had 2 skits. I was like, all right, we gotta get them out because I'm always anybody that come, I'm respectable of your time. So I was like, oh, we gotta get them out, and you was like, I'll stay. I was like, well, there you go. But I'm glad you enjoyed it. That was our first Christmas party too.
And listen, you know, and I stopped everybody, said, wait, hold on. Everybody looking at me, I'm like, look. Y'all say this y'all first goddamn time doing this. You doing a hell of a job of hosting.
It was really good.
Bro,
I enjoyed it.
I had a blast. And
I'm glad you did.
Y'all, don't have it on Sunday next year.
No, and we didn't want it, but you know, with the only thing with everybody and the team we work with, everybody has, since they're in the entertainment industry, is having obligations on Saturday night. Right. So trying to figure that out. But we're going to work on it next time.
Now listen, if I don't have a 9 to 5 by Christmas of next year, I don't give a fuck. I don't care when you do it. Because I can control my own 24. That's my objective.
I'm glad everybody's still able to come. Yeah, but we're going to try to move it off to Sunday next time.
Absolutely, man. But so you started doing the YouTube and then you turned your ass around and went home.
Yeah, so went back home and just went into my YouTube career. So we did a lot of vlogging. So we would take the kids. That's at the time when we only had 4 kids. Yeah. So we would go a lot of places, the zoo, wherever you name it, we went. We done been to everything in Atlanta, the aquarium. We done done it.
And y'all just recorded it.
And we just recorded it. And that's how the channel grew. That was before, you got shorts and stuff out now. Mm-hmm. We grew through vlogging. That's why I have a different respect for some of you too. What era did you grow? Did you grow up in long form content or short form? Because our long form people, you put in some work. You know what I'm saying? Because you had to you were creating something for people to watch. They were sitting at home watching. So long form is still doing good, but you got short form out there, which people are growing. That works too. But long form was different back in the day.
In case you didn't know, when I asked you about the YouTube plaques, and you was like, "Oh, this was for this, and this is for the shorts," and it clicked to me. I'm about to throw my shorts up here.
Throw your shorts up. Now we had one channel that is still sitting right now that through shorts just took off in subscribers. We haven't because actually adjusted Mahogany YouTube channel. We get ready to start a podcast. But we used to do number pranks on there, but we let the channel sit. It'd been sitting for a couple months, but after it was just sitting one day, and then I kept seeing the subscribers go up. It was because the shorts was taking it up in subscribers.
Bro, and I'm more than sure that I'm not the only person that you guys are rubbing off on and influencing, because that's what it is. Yeah, you are an influencer. Mm-hmm. So in this case, you influence me to influence others.
Yeah, and that's kind of the goal. I came to Atlanta because God has opened the door where I know so many people. I know some people in the gospel industry to people that are not in industry at all. I know people in entertainment, wherever you come from, and that's as we get ready to start our church. That's kind of where I want my church culture to be, where it's because really, in this day and age, church it's not going to be necessarily the people in the church that's going to flow. It's these creative people outside the church. Right. That's going to be the next people that really bring the next sense to me of revival. If we can work with our influencers, and that's what I'm trying to do and trying to build, because the influencers, they love Jesus just as much as people love him in church. Right.
And see that with that, you know what I'm saying, you can also get like-minded people who are there for creation or creativity, but also understand where you're coming from with your word.
Yeah. And see, that's the thing. The church, we're neglecting our influencers in a way. That's one of my things, because at the end of the day, to be an influencer and to be a creator, God himself in the beginning was nothing, and he created the earth. He's a creator. He shows us before he shows us anything, before he introduces into characters, before we know about the sun and the moon and the stars. He creates the world. So as creators, I believe to be a creator, you have to be anointed. So that's why God has always given me the name, because I used to have it back in the day, a gospel group called Anointed. So when he gave me the church name, the Anointed Place, it's a place where people that God has given gifts to, they are anointed. I don't care what you do. You might be anointed to park the car. You might be anointed to sell some hot dog. Whatever you anointed to do, this is the anointed place. And we got a place just for you.
And the crazy part about it, you said that just yesterday, a friend of mine, J-Boy, he was here, and I told him the same thing I told you. I was like, showed him the things about the building and everything, and I said the one thing I've noticed about this place, bro, it's anointed.
Yeah.
Because a lot of blessings come out of this place. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And a lot of this right here, having a platform where you can come, I can invite you.
Yes.
It became of a blessing by me coming to this building. You know what I'm saying? And it pretty much just was like,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
And that's what we have to realize. And even with content creation, when I meet people, I meet people that got millions of subscribers and on big levels. At the end of the day, when I look at people, one thing about me, I look at people and who I look at them. And at the end of the day, you are anointed. And the church, in a way, and I'm not going to speak much about the church because I'm not here to do that.
Fine.
But with the church, we have neglected those that are anointed. We think everybody's supposed to be anointed to preach, anointed to sing and praise dance. But sometimes the anointing is outside of the church.
Right.
And where God's bringing me to is because with the anointing, the thing we have to understand with the anointing, though, the anointing, in order to even keep the anointing, in order to have it, you've had to been crushed. And sometimes you're still being crushed. And that's the hard part. The crushing of it. Because I can be anointed, you can be anointed, but it's when we go home and deal with our inner selves.
Right.
When nobody else is looking.
And you have to rebuild to go back out and face the world.
Yeah, because you look anointed, you are anointed, but how are you handling that crushing? Because it takes a lot to be you.
And that's what a lot of people don't know. You know what I'm saying? Even though you are an individual, you still have to know what the work that you put in. Somebody have to put that work into themselves as well.
Yeah, because you got to go home with those thoughts. After everybody, even and that's why I always pray for people. But when I'm done doing the skits and everybody's going home, and I go home, I'm done and I'm working on this. First of all, when I go home, I got a family. That's hard. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's why I tell people I'm never jealous of anybody because it take a lot to be me. I ain't got no time but to focus on myself. Because even you see me, I'm out in the field working on skits. I got to go home and be a husband. I got to go home and be a father to 6 kids.
Right.
My daddy won't in my life, so I have to figure out making sure I talk enough to my kids. You know what I'm saying? So I might be excellent over here. I can kill it A+ with skits, but I have to make sure I get an A+ at home.
Right.
So when we talk about the anointing, that is something you are having to maintain. You're having to carry, because can't everybody do it.
Right. I feel you on that. But pause for a minute. I got live on Facebook and everything, and I won't shout my mom out. I see you, baby. She probably laughing right now too. But man, but that's absolutely right what you're saying, you know what I'm saying? And like you said, you don't want to harp on that so much or whatever, but I appreciate that. You feel me? And I'm more than sure they have some listeners out there or viewers on the social media platform that's watching, and even those who may see this podcast in the future, in case you didn't know, you know what I mean? They may need to hear that and understand it, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of things that we know, we may need reassurance.
That's the truth.
And then we hear it from a complete stranger.
That's the truth.
It clicks for you. You know what I'm saying? But you started, you know what I'm saying, taking off on YouTube and things of that nature. You said
Let me set my phone up too. Go ahead, keep going.
You said you only been doing skits for
about 2 months. 2 months. I had did them here and there, but I never got serious about it because I was in the family niche.
Right.
So, and I didn't know I wanted to act. It's through pranks that I knew there was some acting, that there was some kind of gift. I kind of bumped into that. Because I told you the only thing I wanted to be was a pastor. That's the only thing I ever, let me put this on. That's the only thing ever wanted to be. I need some. Sit this. I'm gonna sit that right here.
I'll give you my drink bottle. I ain't even drinking it.
All right.
We trying to get everybody out there with the case. In case you didn't know, we here with Justin Jackson.
So I never wanted to be an actor.
Right.
I never was interested in being an actor. I was never even interested in movies. I was always funny in middle school and high school. Don't get me wrong. I could how you rolling teachers, but I didn't even do theater in high school.
Let me make sure. Hold on. All right. You keep going, Jay.
So it was not until I got into YouTube that I started doing the pranks and stuff, and I was like, oh, I'm interested. I like this. But and mind you, I only did one play in middle school ever in my life. But you know what God taught me? And when I look back over my life, I realized that God will leave you crumbs in your past.
Come on, man.
To give you a word in your future. See, that play I did in middle school, he was speaking to me then.
He was just sowing something into you.
Then. And see, you got to understand, when I grew up in church, you won't take skits, it won't accept it in church. You preach, that's it.
Yeah.
But it's not until I moved in here that, the culture and all that, I'm looking and God said, you can do this and that. And that's when I got the message. And I've always been a person where you can't box me in.
Exactly.
I'm this and I'm that. I'm that and I'm this. And it's hard for people to accept me. And I get it, Chris. Of course, because number one, I started in the family. That's what everybody know me on YouTube is Jacksons of Atlanta. But now, then I come and say, after family needs coming into the skits and being an actor, how you doing that? You need to stay over here. Then I'm gonna add the pastor. But I've learned is if you let people box you in, they'll box you in, and the only thing you'll do is live in that box. But you got to be willing to break the box down and let them know, I don't care what you think, I'm gonna do more than that.
I feel you. That's what's up. That's very much dope. And then that's another thing for a lot of people that's out there. You know what I'm saying? Not just for him being a pastor, but just for you just being a regular person. Mm-hmm. Don't let people box you in. You know what I'm saying?
No, you can't.
You have to. And they have even a section downstairs where it says think outside the box. You feel me?
Yeah.
But
and you're going to be constantly, from your family, number one, and even old friends, you're going to be constantly trying, they'll always keep trying to box you in, put you in that box.
That's something you can't even allow.
And you can't allow it.
So, moving up a little bit, my skit just dropped yesterday, you know what I'm saying? So, you could go on Justin M. Jackson page on across social media and catch your boy on it, you know what I mean? And we working, well, I have another one that's about to drop when me and him, we about to get it in. But y'all gotta go see the first skit.
And that should be coming out tomorrow, I believe.
Okay.
That should be coming out tomorrow.
So y'all got time to go see that one and the others before so y'all can catch up on the storyline. Because like my man said, he only been doing it for 2 months. So you got 2 months to go of content you can go binge watch between today and whenever, you know what I'm saying? But you gotta catch up, you know, because this is very dope, you know what I mean? But man, and I think he doing that shit on purpose. But y'all can catch them the other skit tomorrow, and you know, like we was talking, he said that he has some other things brewing, so that's what you got coming forward. So how much do you have already planned out that before you start? Well, you film all the time.
You film all the time. So with the skits, with our lovely and wonderful cast, we could usually knock it out in 2 days right now. We are uploading, I think we just increased our upload. We do 3, so we put out 3 a day right now.
Okay, all right.
So 11 a.m., 2:30, 7 p.m.
Right.
In February, we have decided to increase where we're going to bring on another producer where they're going to produce their own storyline. So we'll be able to put out 6 a day.
So just in case you didn't know, and just in case he didn't know, but he know, I'm going to be on you, boy, because we about to get it popping, you know what I'm saying, real nice, you know what I mean? Because you can follow me on YouTube at Just Rico, you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
But we going to have some more content coming from myself, and man, listen, Justin is the man. We were supposed to have another guest, and I'm going to let Justin tell y'all about that guest, you know what I'm saying, because she had to go get beautified, so... What was going on with Mahogany?
So my wife, she's amazing. You got to have her back. Sometimes you got to have her back all by herself because she's intelligent in her own way. One thing I appreciate about her, any season I was in, whether it was pastoring, she stood by me. She became the sound person. She became a worshiper. She done everything. But in the most thing in this season, she's entering into, she has a book called I'm Not the Girl I Used to Be.
Okay.
Which is a very powerful testimony where she's now taking that book and now she's building a brand out of that. So clothing brand. And hopefully a conference as well. And I think it's something that women can relate from no matter from zero.
Any genre.
Every genre to any age that every day you waking up and you might not be the girl you used to be yesterday.
Right.
Yeah.
That's dope, bro. And I definitely could not let him leave out Mahogany.
No.
Because we done talked about Justin. We done talked about the 2 sets of twins. And collectively, we done talked about all 6 of the boys. So we had to get Mahogany in there. And Mahogany held it down for the Christmas party, bro.
She did a phenomenal
tell them
job.
about Mahogany's YouTube page.
So Mahogany's on YouTube. She's on Facebook and she's on Instagram.
Right.
But you can follow her at Mahogany J, I believe, _. Don't quote me wrong, but if you go to my page, you can catch her.
You can catch
but
her.
I believe it's Mahogany J _ on Instagram, TikTok, and then Facebook is Mahogany's World.
Because Mahogany got some dope content. Mainly because I know her and I've met her personally, I can watch her content. But for somebody, for the women, I think the women would definitely tap in with her on that.
Definitely,
you know
definitely.
But man, listen, it's been amazing, and I'm definitely looking forward to working with you more because, you know what I'm saying, they need some more content from the daddy. I'm going to keep on saying that. You know what I'm saying?
You did a phenomenal job. And for Shanye she didn't have her dad in her life.
She played it well,
Y'all
bro.
played it so well because it's all about just acting. I've learned you have to. Bishop Jake said this one time. He said it about preaching, but I believe you can use it in every area real quick. And I'm going to say this. He told his daughter one time, he said, think yourself clear. No, study yourself full first. Think yourself clear. Let yourself go. That's what acting is about too, because you have to study yourself full. Study how to be a good actor. When you get ready to do it, think yourself clear. Where you get into the mode of that actor and that character. And then when you get ready to do it and it's lights, camera, action, let yourself go.
Bam, there it is. In case you didn't know, watch it again, rewind, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, share it. And so we got all gain this I'll say confirmation. We can all get this information together because information is key.
Yes, it is.
So, man, it's definitely been awesome having you here. You know what I'm saying?
I enjoyed it. Again, you need to keep on keeping on with this.
Man, listen, we got something here, bro.
Yeah, you got something. This is nice. This is nice. This for real.
I appreciate it, man.
Thank you for having me.
And, iron sharpens iron, my brother, so we're going to keep on sharpening.
We got to.
I wish that we had Mahogany, but Mahogany going to have her own section just like Justin had his own section.
Yeah, bring her own section. She write in her own way, so definitely do that.
In case you didn't know, now you know. You know what I'm saying? I'm your boy, Just Rico, here with my man, Justin Jackson. And I just need y'all to, again, like, subscribe, hit the bell, and share it. And we going to catch y'all on the next one. Until then, peace out.
Peace out.
We're dead.